Guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name remains Brigie. If this is your first time of seeing my face on your screen, you're welcome to this beautiful, amazing and growing family. Today I want to do a video on one of the most asked questions. A lot of people have DM'd me, a lot of people have asked me so much questions. If you go down on my channel, you will see my Trusting God for a Child video, and that video has brought a lot of women to me, sending me DMs, sending me emails, sending me and asking me the same question. And today I am here to do the video how to get pregnant very fast and naturally. Disclaimer. This is not medical advice. It is just for educational purpose. The first thing I will say is number one, know yourself, know your cycle, know yourself very well. Understand your body, understand your cycle, know when you're ovulating, know when you're menstruating. Understand your body very well. Before you start trying for a baby, you have to understand yourself very well. You have to know your fertile windows. You have to know your ovulating days. You have to know your menstruating days. You have to know how many menstrual cycle days you have. The general one for women is 28 days. I encourage people to study themselves for like 3 months before you start trying, because some people, they have irregular menstruation, and if you do not study yourself, you will not know these things. So you have to, some people have 30 days, some have 35 days, some have irregular menstruations here and there. So I will urge you that you understand yourself, you study yourself. Give yourself a period of 3 months, study your cycle very well, and from there you'll be able to know which range you fall into. And if you fall into the 28 days, which is for most women, then you are likely to ovulate on the 14th day. And so scientifically, from the 10th day, you are becoming fertile. You can become sexually active from the 10th day when you are trying for a baby. This leads me to number 2. Be very sexually active when you are trying for a baby. When you are trying for a baby, stop that limitation of I will only be sexually active when I'm ovulating or during my fertile days. No. Do it round the clock. Do it regularly. 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Yes, what works for you and your spouse. Do it regularly. That is what we'll advise. That's what the doctors will always advise. Do it regularly. It helps a lot, because some people do not understand their fertile days, and because you are now waiting and trying to narrow it to your fertile days or your ovulation days, you might miss out. So if somebody is ovulating on the 14th day or on the 16th day, and then you are trying to now measure it up, or you don't know the actual time and you are trying to narrow it down to fertile days, you might miss it. So it's advisable that you are very sexually active when you are trying for a baby. So you do it on a regular basis. Number 3, exercise. Try and lose weight. Try to be on a healthy BMI. It might not work, but it is very good that you are doing regular exercise. It is very, very good. I will advise you. It must not be very rigorous or very strenuous. 30 minutes of cardio a day wouldn't hurt. Try and exercise. Not just you. Get your partner along. Try and exercise. And number 4, try the ketogenic diet. I don't know if you have heard of ketogenic diet, but try the ketogenic diet. Ketogenic diet has been proven to be very, very, very good. It has good record. Women that do ketogenic diet have good record of conceiving, even after trying for years. Because ketogenic diet is more of eating protein and less of, is more of, I think, yeah, you are high on protein and less of carbohydrate, protein and fats. Yeah, they encourage you to do a lot of protein and fat in your diet and then reduce the carbohydrate. So it's very good. I've done the ketogenic diet. When I got pregnant for my second child, I was on ketogenic diet. Yeah, I was on keto. I was doing keto. Is it keto? Keto. Whatever it is. I was on the ketogenic diet, and it really helped. You will lose weight faster because you're not eating carbohydrates. All your energy will be taken from your stored fats, so you'll be burning weight easily. Yes, I've done keto before. And yes, that was when I got pregnant for my second child. I was not trying to get pregnant when I was doing keto. I was just concerned about my weight. I was trying to lose weight. And it really, really worked. I will insert a picture here, somewhere. Just a picture when I was doing keto. It was really, really effective, and I would advise that. Number 4, after trying, if you are up to the age of 35 and you've tried for 6 months and you are not getting results, please go and see a doctor. Go and see a doctor. It is advisable that you see a doctor, not just a general doctor, a fertility doctor. If you have been trying to get pregnant for a period of like a year or 2, depending on your age, please try and see a fertility doctor. It is vitally important that you see a fertility doctor. I am stressing fertility doctor because they are the ones that will tell you in depth, because that is their field of specialization. Yes, so try and see a fertility doctor. And please, while you go for doctor's appointment, follow doctor's instructions. Obey doctor's instructions, please. Follow the routine. Follow the procedures. We are not trusting them, but we're just following their guidance. Try to follow the advice of your doctor and it will help you. And then what number are we now? The next one I would say is be on multivitamins. It is very, very, very important. Prenatal vitamins are very important. If you are trying for a child, try and take prenatal vitamin that has folic acid. It is very, very important that you are on folic acid. Many of the prenatal vitamins, they have folic acid in them. So please try and be on prenatal vitamins. Drink a lot of water. Just the way they say water is good for a nursing mom, water is good for someone that is trying to conceive. Drink a lot of water. It is advisable that you drink a lot of water. Try and drink a lot of water. Include it into your diet. Reduce carbonated and sweetened drink. Drink a lot of water. The next point is healthy diet. Eat healthy. Try and incorporate 70% of greens into your meals. 70% of greens. Did you hear that? Greens, vegetable, fruit. Make sure that your food are more on the green color side. Eat vegetables, eat fruits, eat healthy. Try and be on the healthy diet. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. And another point I will say here is, if you are drinking, if you like to drink alcohol, when you're trying for a child, you will need to drop your rate of drinking alcohol. You will need to drop it to a very, very minimal percentage. I will advise you stop it if you are trying, but if you know you can't stop it, try and reduce it to a very, very, very minimal percentage of alcohol in your system when trying for a baby. Another thing is you have to quit smoking. Sister, if you are smoking and you are trying for a child, I will advise that you quit smoking, because it is not advisable for trying to conceive, or even pregnant moms. It is not advisable that you smoke in pregnancy, so that you have healthy lifestyle for you and the unborn baby. So please, you will try to quit smoking. Another point I will say here is you have to reduce caffeine intake. Let it be a very, very, very minimal caffeine intake in your system when you are trying to get pregnant. Why we are saying this is we are trying to make your system as clean as possible, as healthy, as clean, so that the baby will be comfortable in there. We don't want anything that is like you trying with one hand and then ruin it on the other hand, or spoiling it on the other hand. So we advise that you quit smoking, you quit drinking, you reduce the amount of caffeine in your system. And if you are on any hard drug, you have to quit, please. You have to quit any hard drug if you're trying to get pregnant very, very fast. The next one I will say is reduce the stress of worrying about a baby. Reduce the stress of worrying about getting pregnant. Reduce the stress of worrying. Reduce anxiety to the barest minimum. It is not easy, but it is very, very important that you reduce the stress of worrying. It is very, very important. you have to bring it to the barest minimum. I wouldn't tell you that it is easy, but it is possible. You can do it. Get busy with other stuff while you're trying to get pregnant. Yes, it is okay to put your full concentration to it, but don't make your life just revolve about waiting to get pregnant. You're trying to get pregnant, yes. You're waiting for a baby, yes. But that does not stop your life or put your life on hold. Try and do other things. Try everything possible to take anxiety out of this equation, and try to stay away from those that pressurize you, because pressure is going to lead to anxiety, and anxiety is not good for conception. So try to be around positive people. Try to do things that will give you positivity. Try to be around people that will encourage you and not pull you down or talk down on you. And make sure that you and your spouse are in the same space. Make sure you and your spouse are in a healthy space for having children. Don't make it just your own thing and you just doing all the tests and having all the pressure and is unbothered and is not worried. It is paramount that the both of you are in the same headspace, are in the same point when you're trying for a baby. Let him go through for checkup. Both of you go for checkup, not just you doing all the checkups and then he's sitting down there. No, make sure the both of you are going for checkups. And then for him, help him to reduce wearing tight underwears for men, because it is not advisable that men wear tight underwears. Science has proven that the heat down there is not good for sperm production or the quality of sperm that is released. So try as much as possible that it has loose underwear. Let me tell you something. Do not forget the devices of the enemy. When you're trying for a baby, that's when you are now fertile, is when your husband wants to go for a trip. That's when the devil wants to make the both of you quarrel. But you know what? Don't be ignorant of these devices. Make sure you and your spouse are on the same page. If he has to do any journey, please let him fast forward it or move it backward. Make sure it's always available in that period of time. I will always say this. Don't forget to include Jesus on this journey. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to call on God. Don't forget to ask God for grace. And don't forget to ask God that blesses the womb of a woman with children. He's the one that giveth children. Pray, ask him, trust in him, believe him. While you are doing everything, the Bible says, having done all that, we should stand. While you are doing everything scientifically and medically okay, remember to ask God to come into this situation, and it will give you results in the name of Jesus. I pray God blesses you. I pray the giver of children give you children. I pray that everything that you desire this season, that every stagnancy dies, every delay dies, everything that causes delay, miscarriage, they die right now in the name of Jesus. I release the peace of God over you in the name of Jesus. Congratulations. If you have any contribution, if you have any question, please drop in the comment section. I'll be right there waiting for you. I love you and I will see you in my next video. So please, you will try to quit smoking.